everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon, and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on all types of topics related to narcissism. So if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. It's a free way you can help me out. And definitely don't forget to leave a comment because I like to read what you have to say. So before I begin today's video, because today is Friday, typically what I do on Friday is I give you an update on where I stand as I try to escape from my narcissistic ex. For those of you that don't know the situation, underneath the video in the description, I'm going to leave a detailed account of exactly what I'm doing and why I'm leaving. I'm in the process of leaving the state. I'm going to be leaving the last week of December. Once I'm out of the state, I can file for divorce and my kids and I can be free of the nightmare that we're in. As I make these videos, I'm very much in the middle of a horrific situation. My ex has caused massive damage to my family, and in order to live, in order to start a life over, I have to leave the state before I file for divorce. But this is incredibly stressful. At any time, something could go wrong. So I'm praying week by week. When I tell you I made it another week, that's so important. It's crucial. So I just need to make it to the end of December. I can leave. Once I cross that state line, I'm free. I just need to get there. Joe and I are at the point now where things are really starting to come together. We're making it happen. Now, the reality, though, for me is that I have to leave a lot of things behind. I have to get everything prepared. It's so stressful. Now, Joe and I have told our 4 kids so they understand what's happening, when it's happening. I'm getting everything ready on my end. Joe's getting things ready on his end. It's really close to go time. So as it gets closer, I become more stressed because so much could go wrong. So if you are somebody who prays, please keep me in your prayers. I'm so grateful for that. I am living and walking on faith in a way I never have before. So I'm so grateful for everybody who has prayed for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to try to prove whether or not narcissists are actually evil. Very frequently, I hear narcissism and evil used interchangeably. And I'll admit, I understand that. I have an entire channel based around my ex's narcissism and the massive damage it's caused, not only me, but my children. Narcissism is an identity. It's a lifestyle. It's morally reprehensible. This is somebody who has no grasp on the basic rules of civil behavior or who just doesn't care. A hallmark of humanity is love and empathy, and a true narcissist has neither. But are they evil? I suppose we should begin with a clear definition. My preferred definition of evil is the absence of good. To expand on that, evil defined is sinful, wicked, bad character or conduct, offensive, causing harm or injury, cruel, a powerful force that causes wicked and bad things to happen. Evil people feed off your pain, your terror, your fear, and crucially, they do not feel bad when you suffer. They enjoy it. So are narcissists evil? I want to blurt out, yes, of course they are. But there are several things to consider before I can say that intellectually rather than purely emotionally. Probably the first consideration I need to make is whether or not evil means anything outside of religion. There are many religions in the world, but for the sake of time, I'm going to concentrate on the beliefs of 3 main ones: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. These religions believe that there's a distinct separation between good and evil, and each one stresses the importance of doing good. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam share the belief that Satan is the cause of evil in the world. They believe that Satan is a supernatural being, an enemy of God, who is intentionally and with premeditation making a conscious choice to cause as much pain and agony to as many people as possible. He also has his minions, other beings or other people that do his dirty work for him. Now, if we think of God as our Father, Satan and his minions want to hurt us because it hurts God, who's our Father. Now, most parents can feel that, can understand that. After all, what better way is there to hurt us as parents than to hurt our children? I have a much more difficult time accepting what my ex has done to my children than what he's done to me. Now, the three aforementioned religions also agree that there's much more to evil than just Satan. Disobedience and alienation from God, as well as self-centeredness, are other reasons for evil in this world. Now, we're getting somewhere here. Of course, self-centeredness is a hallmark of narcissism. A lot more people are self-centered than are narcissists, though, but all narcissists put themselves first. So how does somebody go from caring more about themselves than anyone else to caring exclusively about themselves with no regard for anyone else? For those of us who know narcissists, that's exactly what we're dealing with. That is who a narcissist is. A narcissist might have a husband, a wife, children, pets, the whole 9 yards. Yet their entire existence, who they are, is exclusively focused on themselves. The longer you're around a narcissist, the more obvious it will be. Eventually, narcissists will drop the mask and put themselves on full display. Now, I began my exploration of evil from a religious standpoint because it's difficult, for me anyways, to think of the concept of evil apart from religion. We can't know evil without knowing goodness, and I'm getting my sense of goodness from the Bible. So we have to compare it against something. How can I say I know hunger without knowing what it's like not to be hungry? Or how do I know my hands are dirty if I don't know what my hands look like when they're clean? Can we recognize evil if we don't know what isn't evil? Where does our concept of good and evil come from? Can't an argument be made that it's actually good to be selfish? It could protect us from harm. I put my kids before myself. Why is that acceptable but not the other way around? Even people who aren't religious have had what we would consider morality shaped by religion, particularly a Judeo-Christian viewpoint if you live in the West. Now, I do realize that this has been changed, but only relatively recently. But even our sense of time, 2021, is or was based on the birth of Jesus Christ. Religious concepts are so ingrained that we don't even recognize it. I've heard people say that nobody needs the 10 Commandments. It's so obvious. No one needs to tell me not to kill somebody or cheat on my spouse. Now, I can understand that sentiment. However, I tend to lean on the side that supports it not being so obvious. Let's say that there's definitely no God, that everything really exists as random chance. If that's the case, why shouldn't I kill my neighbor and move into his house because it's bigger than mine? Why shouldn't I take whatever I want? Why shouldn't we all do that? Why shouldn't we live like animals and just go ahead and plow through weaker people and the strongest survive? Why is murder wrong? Now, I know that sounds crazy, but the point I'm making or trying to make is that we are molded more by religion than we may want to believe. Societal norms are absorbed in our subconscious since birth. One time my kids were watching this video and it was talking about popular foods in other countries. Now, some of the items that people were eating were downright disgusting to us. Truly, I would literally have to be dying of starvation to even consider eating them. But in the video, even little kids were eating happily. It was normal to them. It was a part of their culture and they accept it and they don't think of it as a learned behavior. Now, what about things that you can observe about a narcissist just by observation without needing to hear them speak? What about your instinct to be afraid when the mask drops without them even saying anything, just by looking at them? Is it God protecting you, or is there an evil that exists separate from religion? Many of us have observed a countenance on a narcissist that I can only describe as evil. That's the perfect word, as I know evil. They have no life in their eyes. There's something predatory about narcissists. I've heard people call narcissists snakes, that they're cold-blooded and scary. Now, some of you know I would never do that because I breed snakes, and I know snakes, and I know that they're not heartless beasts hiding in the grass ready to pounce. They're shy and for the most part gentle. But I understand the point. The way people think of snakes is how narcissists really are. Snakes hide because they're shy and vulnerable. Their only defense is their mouth, and most snakes have teeth made to hurt mice, not humans. They can't hear. They don't even have eyelids, so they can't blink. So when it looks like they're always staring, it's because they don't have eyelids. Now, narcissists, however, are not shy. They do purposely hide who they are. They're bold and aggressive. They watch you. They learn your habits. They're true predators. My ex used to tell me all the time that he knew me better than I knew myself. As a narcissist, he didn't learn what my favorite flowers were to surprise me on my birthday. He learned my traits and habits to mirror and intimidate me. He wanted to hurt and manipulate me. It really is like some animal watching crouched behind a tree. It's like picture like a lion in the Serengeti. That's how a narcissist really is. They're watching you. They're watching you so they can use your faults against you. Narcissists do not try to live in harmony with their family and friends. They play games and keep secrets. It's intentional. There's more to their eyes than a lack of light, though. Many people have reported seeing a narcissist's eyes actually turn black. Now, I haven't actually seen this, but I've heard it so many times. If your eyes are the window to the soul and God is light, what does it mean if a narcissist's eyes are only darkness where the soul should be, where there's no light, it's just pitch black? I'm not ashamed to say that my personal belief is that they're actually possessed. Now, I understand that that sounds nuts, and there would have been a time where I never would have said that. I never would have even thought it, but I've observed this with my own eyes. Now, I say this because several times I heard my ex speak in a voice that wasn't his. And it isn't just that his voice changed. It was his posture. It was his demeanor. So right now, while I'm making this video, I'm wearing one of Joe's sweatshirts. The sweatshirt fits me very differently than him. So you can see me wearing it. I take the sweatshirt off. Joe puts it on. It's going to look completely different. We're different. That's how it was with my ex. He was so different. When he was speaking, he had this different voice. Everything familiar about him was absent. So it was like somebody else was wearing his body. It fit him differently, fit this new being differently, like me wearing Joe's sweatshirt. And the thing about possession is that, yes, it's religious, but it can't be taught. It's felt. It's known. If God exists, and I believe he does, there's nothing separate from him. He is creation. However, free will gives narcissists time off the leash. They're allowed to exist without God. Narcissists don't have a connection to goodness. They exist completely separate from everything that's good. They exist separate from God. So if we bring it back to the beginning of the video, are narcissists evil? Yes, I believe that they are. They purposefully abuse. They enjoy your pain. They cause intentional suffering. They destroy good people, their families, the very people that they're supposed to protect. If that isn't evil, what is? Narcissists go against civil behavior. Author Scott Peck claims that to qualify as evil, a person has to do two things. One, they have to consciously choose between morally right and wrong and constantly and consistently prefer the latter. And two, they have to act on that choice irrespective of the consequences. Evil has to be premeditated, and it is when we're talking about narcissists. We can know a narcissist by the things that they do and the things that they don't do, and these are chosen things. Narcissists know what they're doing. They punish, control, and brainwash. They lie, cheat, steal, and cover it up as long as possible. It's deliberate. They can't love because there's a darkness inside of them. You don't know truly who a narcissist is or what they're capable of. It's universally taught that if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, once you find out, you need to leave. You need to run for your life. If necessary, you have to leave everything except your children and pets. Narcissism is not compatible with life. And it's not just that you need to leave everything connected to the narcissist. There's nothing else out there where you're taught to leave everybody connected, but that's how it is with a narcissist. You can have no connection to anybody who has decided to be on the side of the narcissist for your own safety. This is how bad it is. Narcissists truly are dangerous. You can never know what they're capable of doing. If you believe in God, though, there will be justice. Nobody escapes judgment. God does let narcissists freely choose evil, but one day, every knee, including the narcissist, will bend in reverence to God. And at that moment, at that time, you will be vindicated. It sometimes appears that narcissists get away with the things that they do, but the truth is very different than that. If you look at a good definition of karma that I've seen, it says karma has no menu. You get served exactly what you deserve. That's going to happen to all of us. At the end, when you do the right thing, you'll be rewarded. And the narcissist who does not do the right thing is going to suffer. So take that as something that you can rely on, that you can count on. And in the meantime, do whatever you have to do to be safe from the narcissist. That's what I'm doing, and it's scary. It really is. I wish that I didn't have to do these things. However, I cannot allow this person to destroy my life. So many of us have been with these narcissists for so long and we didn't know. Just the other day, I was talking to Joe, and here we are, we're talking about our kids. And our kids, we have 4 kids between us, 3 teenagers. Joe has an older son who's 20. They grow, it's like this cliche, oh, kids grow up so fast. They do. And when you're with a narcissist and you sit here and you don't know, you didn't know for a long time in the relationship, now you know, and everything's so obvious, and you desperately wish you could go back in time and change things. Our kids have been hurt. Your kids have been hurt. It's horrible. It's terrible. But we can't go back in time. However, it's never, never, ever too late to move forward, to try again, to get it right now. It's a blessing to know. It really is. There are so many people out there that don't know. They're living this life with this narcissist and they don't understand what's going on. Why is my spouse doing this? Why is my life so miserable? We know. Once you know, you can do something about it. And I hope that everybody does. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please put in the comments, do you believe that narcissists are evil? Or maybe not. Either way, let me know what you think. I'm going to be back on Monday with a video with Joe, so look out for that. I'm so grateful for everybody who has supported me, prayed for me, liked my videos, subscribed to the channel. I'm truly grateful to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day, and I will see you on Monday with Joe. God bless.